Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday and the twins are 14 days old. Yesterday we left you guys with, well, morale was pretty low between me and Ellen. We're kind of a bit deflated. It didn't look like things were on track. We weren't getting any good news. So I've just rocked up here at the hospital now. Hopefully we're gonna change that and just, you know, get the good vibes going and start being a bit more positive. All right, let's get going. So guys, what's been happening in the last couple of days, Max is dropping some weight, which is quite concerning for us. So at the moment, he's just below birth weight. Last night he dropped 15 grams and the night before that he dropped 75 grams. He's just been a little too tired to breastfeed, and with the top-ups...
Has been inconsistent, the amount that they've been topping him up. So it was like 30 mils and then 40 mils, and I think they're concerned that when he is feeding, he is burning more calories than he's actually getting to feed. So, and
something else that the nurses here have been watching really closely is his respiration rate. So they're coming in roughly about every hour to manually check that, either like visually having a look at his chest and counting, or feeling that and counting, and they're not going by the monitors. I think one of the reasons they're doing that is because they know that he's burning a lot more energy. They need to just note that down so the doctors have all the correct information when they start prescribing more feeds.
Because he's a cardiac baby, they're really particular about fluid intake. Like his nappies get weighed, so like whatever fluid he gets, like he's on diuretics, which helps like reduce the fluid in the body. So they're really conscious of what's coming and going. Yeah,
they're just measuring everything. We met with the dietitian this morning, and obviously she's quite concerned with this. So something that she suggested is either we put a powdered carbohydrate in Max's breast milk or add some formula to it. So what we've decided to do is go with more formula. So
we did that because the other option is just carbohydrate, whereas adding formula to the express breast milk has protein and other
vitamins,
macronutrients and vitamins. So the dietitian kind of said that that's the better option.
But they only offer the carbohydrate option because some people are really against using formula.
We just want him to gain weight and be happy and healthy. So if he has to have it, he has to have it.
Yeah.
Obviously the idea is to keep breastfeeding, but you know, right now I think he's mostly just getting nasal feeds. Occasionally he'll feed from me, but hopefully once he's had his surgery, if we can just keep offering him the breastfeed, hopefully he'll take to it once that's all done and he's a bit more energized.
Yeah. So something else that happened this morning, one of the nurses got in touch with a social worker. For Ellen and I, it's not something that I know we feel that we need a lot of help with, but it was good just to have a chat, and that was quite interesting because I don't know, when I think of like a social worker, I think of somebody that's there to help you with like emotional problems. And me and Ellen, we feel like that we're dealing with this quite well. It was good just to have a little bit of a chat, and more so we went over a bit of the logistics stuff about what's going to happen when we go to Melbourne and more of the process. And that was quite good to have a better understanding, because the only real sort of conversations that we've had with people about that a month ago, and it's good just to get a refresher about what's happening there, but then also find out some new information. But for the moment, that's all we really know at this stage. And And we're just waiting for tomorrow when the cardiologist team have that meeting with Melbourne and they can sit down and have a chat with us with what's happening. So we just had the cardiologist come past and come and examine Max. So a couple of things that they were looking at, Max's liver. So he got him undressed and had a little bit of a feel around. They were also having a look at his jaundice, and they're having a look at his blood test earlier today and just having a look at the bilirubin levels and stuff like that. I don't think they came out and said anything about it, but I think they're concerned about his liver function.
It's something to do with the liver because they're saying that like it's out of place. And I remember even with Emily when she was breathing really rapidly and I brought her into the hospital, they were concerned that they could feel her liver higher than it should be.
Yeah.
So I think it's something...
Or even bigger than it should be, because I think he said it was 2 to 3 centimetres, and I think he said that was kind of bigger.
It was more than it was the other day.
Yeah.
Because they've felt it a few times.
Yeah.
So something to do with the liver, but they're doing more blood tests, I think, to test liver
tomorrow.
and kidney function. Blood tests also showed, like, you know, potassium and sodium in his blood is normal, but there was some things that were a bit abnormal, like his pH level and things like that. But he said it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with his heart failure, and it doesn't have anything to do with like his jaundice. So he wasn't quite sure what that meant. So he was going to run it by a more senior cardiologist. The registrar came and he did a check because the nurses requested it. And then a little while later he came back with the senior doctor to get some things checked. So he didn't say he was concerned, but I think the fact that he went and requested another doctor shows that there was something to be concerned about.
He said he was happy with how everything looked. There was some things in his blood that he couldn't account for.
Yeah. But also I think he was concerned about the liver, because that's one thing they said, oh, is that how it felt to you as well? And also I think when he said that when he had been in earlier that he was breathing faster, and when they came back second time he was breathing slower, but the work of breathing was still quick.
Yeah, so you can see that his chest was rising a lot higher than what it should be at a resting heart rate. We sort of touched base with their meeting with Melbourne tomorrow, and they were discussing the surgery options, so if they're going to do the main surgery or if they're going to do 2 surgeries, so one to prolong the main surgery and buy some more time for Max to get bigger, and just went into a bit more detail what that was going to entail. But then he said it's totally up to the surgeon in Melbourne who's going to be performing it, because ideally they would like Max to be 2.5 kilos, but at the moment he's 2.25. When we first found out that we had the surgery, they did say that they could do the surgery at 2 kilos, but their preference is 2.5.
Because it is a very major surgery and he is quite small. So yeah, tomorrow we'll find out. They'll have the teleconference and then they're going to come and let us know, I guess, the outcome. He did say that if they go with the major surgery option, that their focus will be just beefing him up, trying to get him...
Yeah, just getting as much calories into him as they can, so he can be putting all that into weight gain.
So the problem is the blood flow to his lungs is excessive, so he's working quite hard to try and clear that, and that's what's making him breathe so hard and making him tired. Yeah,
work harder and use more energy. And he said that's very typical with babies at his age with such large holes in their hearts. That's just something that they're going to be keeping an eye on. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more information. So guys, that's the end of the vlog today. So if you're pregnant with twins, if you have twins, or if you're a parent of a heart kid, or you're just interested to see what we have going on, look out for the upcoming videos. Better yet, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to donate to Heart Kids, we'll have the link in the description below. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. We'll see you in the next one. um,